Hey YouTube, it's your girl Chandra and I am cooking Sunday dinner. Excuse me for the way that I sound today. I am still underneath the weather, but I had to make sure that I cooked for my family today, make sure they go to bed with some good warm full bellies. So come along with me today on Sunday to cook dinner. Okay, you guys, just to begin to kind of let you guys know, I've already started cooking my collard greens. I did put some turkey legs in here. I put 2 turkey legs because I made only a small pot. I do still need to season my greens, but we'll get back to that. This is chicken thighs. I've already washed, cleaned, and plucked and cut. And this is seasoned. Now, I did still keep my seasonings out because I was, prepping and doing everything, and I said, oh my God, I should just pull the camera out and record. So I'm sorry, y'all, that's on me. I forgot to show y'all everything, but I did still pull out my seasonings that I did use, and I do want to show you guys what I seasoned my chicken thighs, because these are going to be barbecued and it's going to go in the oven. So what I did use is I used some roasted garlic, which is almost gone. This is from Grill Mates. I really like their brand. I used some garlic. Also, I used some onion powder as well. I did go ahead and season it with some smoked paprika. I did do the all-purpose adobo seasoning. I did go in with salt and pepper, and then also some Kingsford garlic and herb seasoning. This is already, and I also drizzled some olive oil over this and kind of put it together. So this is already prepped and ready to actually go in the oven. Next, what we're gonna actually do is use those seasonings that we used to season our chicken. We're gonna actually put them inside of our greens as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this chicken thighs in the oven to let it roast. When that comes out a little bit, we'll give that probably about 25 minutes to cook in there. We'll go back in, kind of see if it's done, and then we're also gonna coat that with some barbecue sauce, put that back in the oven and let that cook. We do still have cornbread that we're gonna make, and I'm gonna show you how I make my cornbread. Excuse me, y'all. And then we're gonna season our greens. We have our cleaned out muffin pan that we're gonna use. I do have my measuring cup. I just use this so that it's easier for me to pour inside the tin. But we're gonna go ahead and crack open this is Jiffy's Honey Mix Cornbread Mix. I don't know if you guys use this. I like it to use as a secondary food, and I'm doing this today quickly because, again, I'm underneath the weather. I want to get back in bed, but I want to make sure that my family is fed. My husband said, no, I'll cook dinner. And I was like, no, that's my thing. That's really truly my thing. I love cooking dinner, and I want to make sure that they are they're fed and non-hungry. So I went ahead and poured that in there. My secret ingredient that I do always put inside of my cornbread, whether I'm doing it homemade or by the box, I always put honey in here. So we're gonna just put a little bit of honey in there. We have our egg, and I think, let's see, and I already have my fork on the stove for this, and then I'm gonna go in there with the rest of my milk. And we're just gonna mix that together. Once that's mixed together, we're going to get our pan spray. Normally I will use butter, but for some reason today I don't have nothing prepared and ready and to go. I need to go to the grocery store, but I'm just making what I have in the house for right now. Like I said, to feed my family. So as we're mixing, you can see I may just need to pour just a tiny bit more milk, even though there's no more milk in here, so I can actually use the rest of this. And then, yeah. Next, what we're gonna do is we're going to grease our pan, but I wanna make sure that this cornbread mix is mixed to perfection. I don't like it all clumpy and stuff in there. We don't need all that. So that is in there. Next, what I'm gonna do, go ahead, spray my pan. I like to spray it like this instead of like this, because I feel like when you spray it like this, it doesn't get everywhere. If you spray it like this quickly, you'll get everywhere. Just like that. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and pour my mixture in here, making sure all of my clumps and everything is out of here. And then we're gonna sit this also in the oven while the chicken is cooking. We're gonna make sure everything is cooking at the same time. So that's ready and prepared. So that's one. And if you don't have enough cornbread mix to fill up all of your pans, just remember to put some water in the pan, in the muffin tin parts that does not have any cornbread mix in there, because that'll help it not burn and cook perfectly. Oh, and then we're just gonna put this into the oven and let it bake. We got everything in there. We're gonna pop this in the oven as well. So we have our chicken thighs in the oven and we have our cornbread in the oven. We still got our collard greens cooking on the stove. While we're waiting for all of that to get done, we're gonna just go ahead and clean up the mess that I've made so far. I'm gonna get everything situated. Guys, so everything in the oven, looks like the chicken is ready to come out. The cornbread has already, I took it out, make sure it don't burn, but there goes what our golden cornbread muffins look like. And then I have some leftover mashed potatoes and gravy from the night before last, so we're gonna go ahead and warm that up on the stove and also use that in dinner. I'm gonna go ahead and take the chicken thighs out of the oven and we're gonna coat it with the barbecue sauce. So give me just 1 second. And we're gonna go ahead and take this out the oven. Ooh, hot. Okay. Our chicken is looking nice and golden. You can see, nice and golden. And we're going to go ahead and put some barbecue sauce on this. So we're going to use this hickory smoked barbecue sauce on here. And then we're also going to put this back in the oven to let it cook down a little bit. And then it sounds like, let me see. So my mashed potatoes are warming up. It was just a little bit of mashed potatoes, which is fine because it's a little bit needs to go on the plate. So that is warming up real good. That's warmed up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and look to see what my gravy is looking like. Oh, the gravy is warming up. Okay. And then I have some leftover pieces of steak and shrimp from the other night, so we're gonna also have that. That's warming up in a separate thing. because we don't want the steak rubbery and we don't want the shrimp to be rubbery either, or the steak to be tough and the shrimp to be rubbery. So we're gonna, and then let me grab another fork because I do want to flip this so that I can put some barbecue sauce on the other side. And then we're gonna put this back in the oven for about 10 minutes, the max, because we've already had these chicken thighs in the oven for about 45 minutes already. So they could come out right now, but I want my barbecue sauce to cook down, but I also want barbecue sauce to be on both sides. So I'm just gonna flip this over with my fork in my what is this, the baster to put the barbecue sauce on, I guess you could say, the paintbrush. So I'm gonna go ahead and I flip the chicken. I'm still flipping, and then after we're done, I'm gonna put the barbecue sauce on the bottom of here, put this back in the oven for 10 minutes, and everything should be done. I'm gonna actually cut off my mashed potatoes, and I'm gonna cut off my gravy because those two are already done. And then I'm gonna go ahead, add a little bit more barbecue sauce on here. And then I'm just gonna flip it again so it can go back on its original side. Okay, so that barbecue sauce is everywhere. You don't want too much barbecue sauce because you want to be able to taste the flavor of your seasoning and your meat, not just full barbecue sauce. I mean, granted, barbecue sauce has its own seasonings and flavors, so you don't have to heavily season things, but in order just not just to taste barbecue sauce, go ahead and throw some seasonings on your, whatever you prefer, on your chicken. And we're gonna throw this back in the oven, cook it for 10 minutes, and then when we come back, we're gonna plate this. Time has come, so dinner is all done, cooked, and prepared. I'm gonna go ahead and plate this and show you guys a picture afterwards. I definitely want to thank each and every one of you guys who watch, comment, like, email me, just let me know all different type of things. I love what I'm hearing about what you guys are making in your kitchen. Shoot me some ingredients and recipes so that I can go ahead and feature those on my channel, so that I know that you are the one that sent that over to me and that I will try. I will post a picture of what the plate looks like. Remember, we have our barbecue chicken thighs, cornbread, mashed potatoes with gravy, our collard greens, and a little bit of leftover steak and shrimp. Thank you guys again. Don't forget to go ahead and hit that like and that subscribe button and get the notifications down here. Peace.